What happens when an NFL franchise has to declare for bankruptcy only 2 months before the season begins, which forced the franchise to relocate across season, having all current players opt out of their contracts and having even below average NFL players reject contracts? Your only option is to go out and sign a bunch of players that no other NFL team want anything to do with. Welcome to the Rejects Madden 19 franchise series. Last week was a lucky one. 21-17 win over the Tennessee Titans in a game we had no business winning. Tua threw 5 interceptions, and it was just an ugly football game. And today we cannot have a repeat of last week, because if that's the case, we're going to lose by a minimum of 6 to 7 touchdowns, because we're taking on the 5-2 Kansas City Chiefs, the best team we have played all season long. Not only that, we're playing away from home. We're having a quick turnaround. We've gone from Dublin back to the United States, back home to Dublin, and once again now back to the United States, and then we have to go back to Dublin next week, home against the Texans. So a lot of traveling going on, but hopefully today that Dublin Shamrock heart can show off and hopefully get a big win today, which would improve us to 5-2 on the year, which at this point 5-2 on the year would bring us even with the divisional leaders, Indianapolis Colts. So wins are at a premium right now. And the Chiefs are on a 4-game winning streak, and they won 3 of those games away from home. And now, last week, they played the Panthers at home and won by 21 points. So hopefully today we play our best football game of the season, because that's what it's going to have to take to beat the Chiefs. Now, last week's tryout player was none other than Poop Johnson. And I had a lot of complaints because people were complaining that we signed a guy with the name of Poop, thinking it was just, your Dublin Shamrocks owner coming up with the name. Like, dude, no, this is a real person. His actual name that he goes by is Poop, and hence why we signed him to the team, because a lot of people wanted to see him on the team. Now with that, it was very close. One of the closest polls we've had to date, but Poop Johnson is a Dublin Shamrock for the future, at least for the rest of this season, as his contract is going to be extended to a 3-year deal. And for the second consecutive week, Josh Gordon did win your offensive MVP of the episode, boosting him up to an 89 overall. So this guy continues to get better and better, and keep in mind he is 29 years old. So when he does hit the 30 mark, players tend to decline. But with him continuing to perform, we're going to counteract that as Josh Gordon looks to be the greatest Dublin Shamrock in history. And on defense, your MVP was Fish Missing with 2 interceptions, one being a pick 6. He did get boosted up to a 69 overall, and with that confidence boost does bring him up to a 70. Fish Missing, one of the original Dublin Shamrocks to date, still showing out, still showing he has the Dublin Shamrock heart. Mike Taylor does come back from injury. Normally when he does play, we play worse, so we'll have to see how that goes in today's episode. But before we do jump into the game, last thing, we are going to be signing a tryout player for today's episode, and it's a little tricky one, which I will explain in just a second. So as always, not a trade. We are not making a trade of any sort. We still have 2 free spots on the roster, so no cuts have to be made today, and probably for another episode or so. But we are going to be signing a very specific role in today's episode. It's going to be a center. He's not necessarily going to play center, but what he is going to be, he is going to be our long snapper. Let's welcome Jake Olson, the first ever blind player to take part on an NFL team, an NFL roster, as he does sign with the Dublin Shamrocks. And I'll go ahead and tell you right now, it's not going to be a tryout. He's going to be our long snapper for life. Now, I do want to explain, though, because like I said, this could be looked at as a little tricky, because Jake Olson, like I said, the first ever blind player to play in the NFL. Now, we'll go over his story in just a second. Throughout the duration of this series, I have seen this guy in the comments of a lot of episodes, but it didn't feel necessarily right adding him to the team. I just didn't want to make it seem insensitive, but last episode I got over like 300 or 400 thumbs up. I even responded to that comment and was like, I don't know if I feel right doing it, but everybody replied to that comment saying they wanted to see him, so why not? At the end of the day, what a man. What a man to put on the jersey, as if anybody in this life deserves it, is this man. I'm not going to go over his ratings or anything, because I don't want anything to ever seem insensitive about this guy being on the team. But at the end of the day, what a story this man is. And at the end of the day, he is going to be your Dublin Shamrock long snapper for life. To be fair, this is one of the coolest stories I have ever heard when it comes to sports throughout my lifetime. Jake Olson grew up a massive USC fan, and I actually remember watching College Game Day. This boy was on College Game Day, I believe as a 9-year-old, making picks alongside Lee Corso. But long story short, Jake Olson lost his sight due to cancer. Actually had to have one of his eyes removed. Pete Carroll, as you guys know, now the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks, had a long tenure with USC, brought this guy in, made him a part of the program. So Jake Olson was a part of the USC program as a young boy, but as he got older, he became a long snapper of his high school football team and eventually walked on to USC. And not only did he walk on to USC, became an actual member of the football program, has completed up to this point 2 official live game long snaps as a blind long snapper in college football for USC. So what a dude, man. But like, honestly, what an inspirational story. Goes from growing up a USC fan, loses his sight to cancer, that doesn't freaking stop him, still ends up playing for his favorite football team, still ends up competing in a live game for his favorite football team, and now is taking it one step further in the NFL for your Dublin Shamrocks. Let's give a warm welcome to Jake Olson, as Jake Olson is going to be your long snapper for life here in Dublin, as he is going to be a good boy for us. It is now time to jump into today's game against the Kansas City Chiefs. 4-2 at 5-2. We all know this is going to be a pretty big talent difference. Oh God! In Kansas City, this might be the biggest talent difference in team history. A difference of 22 overall. But now, with Jake Olson at the helm, and obviously still playing with Calvin Throckmorton on our hearts, we have all the heart needed for today's game. As Kansas City get ready, your Shamrocks, your rejects, coming in hot. Oh boys, here we go. Kansas City, it is time for your Shamrocks to go out and complete the biggest upset of this series up to this point. Kansas City, one of the best talented teams we've played. No match for your Shamrocks. Now with Jake Olson, this organization is a team on a mission and a team that wants nothing less than a playoff berth in year 2. And as you guys see, owner Cam is now back. Didn't think it was that big of a deal, but every time I don't do owner Cam, you guys don't like it. So we're back today in the flesh. Me and my non-beautiful self, we're here to witness a Shamrock win together as Travis Kelce is doing some kind of insane possessed looking dance. As I think already before we even start the game, we need to witness an exorcism because that was scary. Now, one little thing I do want to kind of address as we watch this first kickoff and maybe the first play together. So if you guys watched last episode, yeah, we threw 5 interceptions. And people were crying in the comments because I don't necessarily attribute it to being my fault. I always say it's Tua's fault, etc., etc. And everybody's saying, RBT, it's your fault. No, duh. It's just a part of the series. I'm not going to sit here and act like everything's my fault because that just takes away from the series. Like, it's about the gameplay, about the players, not about me holding the controller. So yeah, I suck at the game. So what? Who cares? Because I really don't. So I just want to get that out there. So that's why I say like half the stuff I do, because it's not supposed to be about me. It's supposed to be about the team. It's supposed to be about the story. So like, just bite me. I don't know. Like, go find something else to complain about. Like, things in life. There's a lot more worse things in life than simply, oh, this kind of stuff. Wide open receivers. Tyreek Hill. Oh man, Pat Mahomes and Tyreek Hill versus the Shamrock defense. Gonna be a long one. It's gonna be a freaking long one. What? You gotta be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Hayes Pullard, this is insane. This is insane. Please, Hayes, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Guys, literally the second play of the game. Hayes Pullard pick 6. You Dublin Shamrocks. They're not here to play. They're here for strictly business. The second consecutive game in which we've got a pick 6. This time it's not a fish 6. It's a Hayes 6. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable goddamn scenes. So, that is fun. That's extremely fun. Hayes Pullard, the most talented and been the best player up to this point for your Dublin Shamrocks defense throughout these first 2 seasons, coming up big again as we have an early lead here in Kansas City. Never did I ever actually expect something like that to happen against the best team, probably talent-wise, in the entirety of the NFL right now. We have a 7-0. Hold on a freaking second. Hold on a goddamn second. Nah, that went through the uprights. I am 100% sure that went through the uprights. Hold on a freaking second. I'm so confused. Dog. That's a field goal. That's good. That's a good extra point. Like, what is going on? Like, what does that even mean? Like that, like, what do you want me to do? That's clearly a good field goal. That's clearly a made extra point. Ah, this is ungoddamn believable. The state of this freaking game. Now we make extra points, we make field goals, and they don't even count. Like, if we actually lose this game now. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable scenes have happened here in Dublin, boys, or technically in Kansas City. Oh my god. We go from getting a pick six to a missed extra point, which was actually a made extra point, to almost a kick return for a touchdown, which would have been the first one we ever allowed in team history. How the tides can change here in this series. What a crazy first, like, 3 or 4 plays. Easily the craziest start in team history to a football game. As now Kareem Hunt breaks a tackle to score a touchdown. And let me guess, they're going to make their extra point. Oh my god. So I'm just interested to see here what happens. See if they make the extra point. And they do. How does it actually feel to have your extra points count, Kansas City? Because I wouldn't know. I guess ball don't lie. I don't know. Like, we got lucky on the pick six, but even though we got lucky, I'm pretty sure that shouldn't mean that extra points don't count when we make them. That was just a wild set of events. So, with that said, we're down by 1 after 55 seconds. What a crazy start. First run of the game, Dalton Croissant gets about 9 yards there. In comes Trent, formerly of the Birmingham Iron. He's going to pick up a couple yards. So, unfortunately, after a 2-yard loss and a holding call, it's 3rd down and 21. Not the most ideal situations here in Kansas City. See if we can get lucky. Pick this up. The post, it's going to be open. That's a dot. A little bit behind Josh Gordon, but it was effective nonetheless. As on an impossible 3rd and long, we pick up 28 and keep the chains moving in Kansas City. First carry of the game for Jalen Hurts. No blocks, he fumbles. I'm like 95% sure he was down. If he wasn't down, I'm going to be extremely upset at Jalen, because people already hate the owner for making the move. And now if you're not going to perform, we're going to have to look at some things. He was 100% down. Had to be. Booth review. Thank God. Skip it. Please give me the ball back. Yes. Well, what do you know? Another 3rd down and long here. See if Tua can pick up 2 consecutive 3rd and longs. I think Justin Blackmon, what a catch. That cornerback, right on him. Doesn't matter. Justin Blackmon with the poise of a god. What do you know? Another 3rd down. Seems like pretty much all you ever see is 3rd downs here. Let's see if we can pick another one up. Oh, Dalton, quick pass, makes the catch, hangs on, 1st down. We just really have not been able to get the run game going at all this whole entire season. And as I say that, we pick up a decent, nice little like 5-yard carry there. And the theme continues. Another 3rd down and 13. Hopefully, I don't know, see if we pick it up again. Eventually our luck's going to run out, probably. Let's see here. God dang. I'm going to scramble. Tua, I need you to be a little bit faster. A little bit faster. Got about 10 there. But now it's going to be a 4th and 2. Got to kick the field goal. Got to. Got to get the points while we can against this Kansas City team. It's a 12-mile-per-hour wind, kind of coming in from the right to left. But this one's going to be right in the middle. This time, thank God this counts as we do regain the lead. Oh, what a block. He's open. He's open. No way we get another interception. Who is this? Divergent with the pick. Pat Mahomes, 2nd interception of the 1st quarter. What is actually going on? He, I believe, has been the best quarterback we have played in this series up to this point overall-wise, and he already has 2 interceptions. Had Travis Kelce one-on-one with Divergent, the same exact route that Tyreek Hill burned us on in the 1st drive, but with that, Divergent. That's why he's our defensive team captain, coming up with big plays like that. I just want to see what Pat Mahomes' overall is. 92. I just want for the first time in this series to get Dre Archer involved and actually be consistently effective. 1st down and 10. Has that 99 speed, and we get a 10-yard run, but what do you know? It's going to be a block in the back. Now that one was a blatant block in the back, so Denard Robinson, can we not ever do that again, please? 3rd down and 2 here. Don't really have a lot of confidence in my running game right now, so going to look for a quick little cross around to pick up the 2 yards. Corey Coleman He's going to be open. Actually, no. That linebacker played that so much better than what I expected. We're going to try a fake punt run. Oh, God. It's Laquan McCowan. We need 2 yards. I've never tried a fake punt run before, but if anybody's going to pick it up, it's going to be Laquan. This is such a mistake. I'm not going to get it. He's too slow, isn't he? Laquan, run. Run, big boy! Never again. You run from Kareem Hunt, and Kareem Hunt is going to break a tackle, and he's going to get down to the 4. One more play is what we need. Why are they going I-form pro? They're going to try a quick pass. Back of the end zone. He's not going to make the catch. They're going to have to settle for the field goal. Now, I will say it's a little unfortunate up to this point that we're going to be behind, but it's only a 1-point game against a team much better than us. Can't complain too much. Although, it should be a tied game. Here he is, wide open. Justin Blackman with the catch. Justin Blackman all the way down to the 30. If they run man coverage against that route combo, it's a GG. Gotta use that a little bit more if we want to actually win. Dalton Croissant with the carry. Dalton, this might be. Oh! If Josh Gordon could have held on to the block a little bit longer, he could have possibly got a touchdown with another big run. Dalton Croissant. This is, honest to God, I think been the most yards we've had a running back get all year long in one game. And 27 yards being at that. 3rd down and 9. No mistakes, because at least we want to get the field goal and regain this lead. Come on, man. Big plays, we need the dig. That's going to be Corey Coleman all the way down to the 1. And you guys know what that means. It is big boy. It is thick boy. Laquan McCowan time. No better man to have with the football in his hands on the 1-yard line than thick man, thick heart himself, Laquan McCowan. Failed us earlier on the fake punt. Don't fail us this time. Laquan will get stopped. No way any NFL defense can stop a 6'11", 400-pound man on 2 consecutive plays. Laquan, this time, rumbling and tumbling into the end zone. As there he is, throwing up his hands in a jig. Laquan McCowan, the thick boy, with his what probably is like his 4th or 5th rushing touchdown of the season as we regain the lead 15-10 over the Kansas City Chiefs. And I believe we are going to go ahead and try to make this a touchdown game and make up for that missed extra point earlier, which was a made extra point, so I'll never actually know what happened on that front. But I think with this look, we're actually going to attempt to run this football. Dalton, up the middle. Dalton doesn't get it. 1st down and 10. We get a sack. Who is that? That is Daddy Nicholas making his presence felt. 6-yard loss. Daddy, with our 1st sack of the ball game. Maybe we can get a quick stop here. We still have all 3 timeouts and possibly get the ball back before half. Keep in mind, they got the ball first too. So if we could get points before the half and then get the ball at half, this could be a GG against the best team we have played all season long, and that we'll probably play all season long. Quick little screen pass. We're going to be... Yep, you can just eat me out like a toaster. Blitzing Pat Mahomes on this play. See if we can get to the young quarterback, the young buck. We missed the sack. We actually dove and completely flat out missed the sack. 2nd down and 5. Little crosser. Travis Kelce going nowhere. Going to be a 3rd down and 3. I probably should have used my timeout, but I didn't. Why? Because I am a moron. But if we do get the stop here, we can potentially get some time to maybe move the ball. He's going to scramble. That's a touchdown, isn't it? Get a big hit, the 2-yard line. Pat Mahomes making his presence felt, moving that football. 1st and goal, 1 timeout remaining. If they take this lead going into halftime, I'm going to be extremely upset. I think it's a false start, or it might be offsides. I think it's actually offsides. That stops the clock, which is pretty annoying. God dang it, who's the culprit? I think it's Parker. Parker Sampy, the rookie defensive end, bite me. Yeah, I knew it. Badman, touchdown wide open. Ah, they take the lead going into halftime. Upset. I'm so upset. I would like to say Josh Gordon's getting pressed and we might have a chance, but for some reason, they have 2 defenders inside of themselves, both pressing Josh Gordon. So if he gets off his press coverage and catches his ball down the field, He is a magic man. Never seen such in my lifetime. I'm going to throw it up to him. He's kind of one-on-one. It's going to be an interception, isn't it? Yep. Well, I guess it was worth the shot, as if they bring this back, I'm going to be a little upset. No. Flag. There's that. Is that not funny? That's the second consecutive week. I think this had happened in like the same exact scenario. Like, I'm pretty sure both last week as well, right before halftime, we tried the same exact thing. They picked the ball off. They brought it back for a touchdown and got called for a block in the back. Like, what is the freaking odds? So, we're obviously not going to decline that. That's just a little bit too wild for my liking. Maybe that is, like, nature showing me that I should never do that again. Unfortunately, another third down and long. This time to start the second half. Hopefully, pick this up, because if not, oh, wide open. Quick pass, quick catch, nice catch. Corey Coleman, always open. Think he's going to be open on the comeback route. Of course he is. Josh Gordon runs that route to perfection every single time. Another first down, keeping the chains moving. Oh, what do you know? Another third down. Hopefully we can pick this one up again. I see a ton of space. A ton of wide open space. We keep the blocks on the outside. Josh Gordon. That's actually Justin Blackman with the blocks. Tua scrambles all the way down to the 8-yard line. I think that's the longest run of his short NFL career up to this point. Dalton with the handoff. Has a little hole. Dalton Carson into the end zone as your Shamrocks, deservingly so, regain the lead. Dalton's first touchdown of the game. Your offensive team captain having his best game, possibly, of his NFL career. That breaks over 50 yards, a touchdown, has had a couple catches. So what a guy, what a man in the green and white uniform as we do regain this lead. That was right down the middle, and the accuracy was perfect. Yet, we still missed it. I know there was a 12-mile-per-hour wind, but just bite me. Already have the Chiefs to a third down and 8, and if we make this stop, you guys know what time it is. It's time to begin to chew the clock. Don't tell me we just went offsides. If we went offsides, I'm going to be an upset owner because, oh, I'm not upset. I'm a happy owner. It's a false start. They get backed up 5 yards, so it's now a third down and 13. Time for your Shamrocks to get the stop, get off the field, and chew clock, and get closer to that dub win today. Got this dig covered. Pressure's got to be a thing. This cannot be a catch. This cannot be a catch. Somebody's getting fired. Have got to hold on to this field goal to hang on to this lead. So I am a scared boy. Bringing pressure on Pat Mahomes, wide open tight end. Don't know whose man that was supposed to be, but Travis Kelce in the end zone jigging as this game continues to be a back and forth affair. This could be a catch. This could be a big catch. Josh Gordon with the catch, and Josh Gordon, ooh, all the way down to the 7-yard line. Third and goal. This is what I like to call a predicament. We need a touchdown. I don't want to settle for that field goal. Don't want to, I'm not gonna, because we have a wide open Denard Robinson as your Shamrocks strike again. Regain this lead as Denard Robinson doing his own little jig in front of the cameras as your Shamrocks regain this lead, which is hopefully going to be 28-24. This win has been a factor in today's game, as this one is good. We're up by 4 now. Oh man, we're right there! Try me again, Mr. Pat Mahomes! Hayes Pullard, is this gonna be another one? No, it's not. But Pat Mahomes was looking for that seam, and Hayes Pullard was all over it. Has the jumping of a hyena, has the jumping of a koala, as your Shamrocks get the ball back in plush territory. As Hayes Pullard, what a man. 2 picks last week from Mr. Fish. This week, 2 picks from Mr. Hayes. Oh, do we just scramble with Tua? I'm scared. That's interception. Yep, that's what I like to call. He almost caught that. If he actually made a catch in an instance where the ball transcended into his hand. Like, that is what you would call taking one for the team. Because this, like, even though this wasn't a catch, this was a valiant effort. I have to see this. I have to see what actually how this like even was close. So 1, 2, 3, 4 Chiefs. One Chief is tearing his ACL currently. The ball, like at this point, it's a catch. At this point, I don't know how that's physically possible, but it's still a catch. It's still in his hands. Like, dude, that's a touchdown. That's actually a touchdown, dude. Like, that's in his hands. He's down. That's a touchdown. And now he drops it. And now he freaking drops it. Dude, that's a touchdown all day. Like, out of every single possibility that could have made the ball come out of his hand at this instance, he decides to drop the football when nothing even happens. Not gonna lie, that is slightly upsetting. But 3rd down and 21, gotta put that one behind us here. Somebody get open. I think he's gonna be open. Ooh, what a dart! What an absolute dart from Tua to Justin Blackmon. There was an ounce of space, an ounce of open space for Justin Blackmon to be able to catch that ball. That is easily the pass of the year. Not like he was running backwards, high-duking in the air or anything, like an airbender, but the precision that pass took to be completed, excellent. You guys, you know what time it is. It's Laquan McCowan time, looking for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Gonna, at minimum, give him 2 attempts here. Laquan up the middle. Nobody stopping the big man as Laquan rumbling and tumbling for the 2nd time in today's episode. Doesn't even celebrate. Goes straight to the sidelines to get him something to drink because he is tired. As we do take what is going to be an 11-point lead over the Kansas City Chiefs, the best team. That's the 3rd extra point, technically, we've missed this game. If you're gonna line up in iForm Pro, I'm a blitz you, because that's what we do. That's what we do, dang it. Can we get it? No way. No way. Diversion with his 2nd interception of the game. Pat Mahomes is making some questionable decisions here in Kansas City. That's his 4th pick of the ball game. We have both Hayes Pullard and Diversion on 2 interceptions in this game. The Dublin Shamrocks OGs making their presence felt, showing you guys that original rejects can find their way to be effective in the NFL. That's our 4th pick of the game. This defense, man, what a game. What a game, what a team, what a life, what an organization. If you're not a Rejects fan, at this point, something's wrong with you. Because this is a team that everybody's got to get behind. It's a team that if you're not behind, you have something morally and ethically wrong with your insides. 3rd down and 1, if we pick this up, boys, it's pretty much a GG. Dalton on the carry, easy money, 1st down, only 2 minutes to go. Dalton Croissant again, 1st down. What a game from the veteran offensive team captain. 60-70 yards on the ground this game, which is technically equivalent to like a normal team and a normal running back getting like 300 yards. Once again, another 1st down. Dalton Croissant to the 50. 15 rushes, 80 yards, and a touchdown, as that will now do it. All we have to do is kneel the football. And we're kneeling the football on our way to 5-2 on the year. What the heck? 3, 2, 1, and once again, your Shamrocks are winners of today's matchup in Kansas City as we do improve 5-2 on the year with a 10-point, 34-24 win over the Kansas City Chiefs, the most talented team in the NFL. But as I've said over and over again, this right here is the perfect example of why I say it all the time. It's not always about talent, it's about heart. And with everybody we have on this team, everybody is trying to ball out with their 2nd chance, we have the most heart in the NFL. And that's not even debatable. What a game from your Dublin Shamrocks, picking off that man Pat Mahomes 4 times. One of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. You would think against our talent on defense would have an insane game, 400, 500 yards through the air. Nope, he has a 4 interception game. What a win all the way around. What a game from Tua, 12 of 19, a touchdown, an interception, 252 yards through the air. That 1 interception was just a last-second Hail Mary before the half, which was almost a pick 6. Running the football. We actually had, that might be our season high as a collective unit. Roughly 150 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns, 1 from Dalton, 2 from the main man, Laquan Receiving wise, of course, he had Josh Gordon with 107 yards, Justin Blackmon with 92, Corey chipped in a little bit. Defensively, it's all about 2 men, actually 3 men. You had Daddy Nicholas with 2 big sacks. Then you had D. Virgin and Hayes Pollard both with 2 interceptions. Total tackles went to Chance Trammell, our young rookie, and Daddy Nicholas behind him. What a game. What a team. As this team, telling you, special. Something special about him. As of all players, Eric Flowers does have an upgrade. We'll just go ahead and upgrade him to a beautiful 69 overall, who is currently our starting left guard. We will take every possible upgrade with this team. As with that, we are 5-2 on the year. A big game next week. A divisional game in the AFC South against the Houston Texans, as they are only 1 game behind us. As we're going to check, we are now tied at the top of the AFC South at 5-2. This is still a division for anybody to win. We have to win as many games as we possibly can, because we want, even though this team is as bad as it is at a 65 overall, we want every chance we possibly can get to make the playoffs, because what a freaking story that would make. With that said, boys, that is going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like. All the like ratings on this series mean so much time is put into this series. So if you can just take a millisecond out of your day to drop a like, that would be awesome. Subscribe if you are new. Turn on the notification bell if you haven't. Take part in all the polls in the description box below. I messed up last episode. I forgot to add the polls in for an hour or 2, so I'll try not to do that this time. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. God bless, and peace.